Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. This week I've had a bit of a technology nightmare, so I'm just on my iPad, so I apologise. Hopefully you can see me okay and hear me okay as well. Let's see whether this works. But we're following on from last week where I was talking about achieving your health, fitness and weight loss goals before Easter. And last week's homework was to actually set some goals that are personal and specific to you, and that can be the basis for what we work towards over the next few weeks towards Easter. So this week I'm continuing with some more homework. So hopefully you've already had a thought about what you want to actually achieve, because we can't achieve any goals until we know what they actually are. And I encourage you to be as specific as possible. So if weight loss is your goal, then think about how much weight you want to lose, and you might want to think longer term, but then we can break that down into smaller chunks, so that perhaps in 6 weeks time you could have lost half a stone. Perhaps you might want to lose more, you might only want to lose a few pounds, but we can just break that down over the next few weeks. So weight loss, or if you want to start running potentially, then you could say that eventually you want to be able to run a half marathon perhaps for the first time, but to start off with a small goal would be to be able to run 5k perhaps, or for 30 minutes non-stop. Other goals might be inch loss, might be clove size, it might even just be about energy levels, that you don't get tired in the evening, that you can complete a full day at work and not need to go to bed as soon as you walk through the door. Or you might want to be able to run around after the kids with a bit more energy over the half-term holidays or summer holidays, or just anything about feeling better. They're probably some of the more like they mean more to most people, more meaningful goals when you set something about how you feel, confidence, like how you feel when you look in the mirror, how you feel looking at photos of yourself if you're going on holiday, that sort of thing. They're really important, because happiness is key, really, isn't it? Day in, day out. So anyway, let's get back on track. So if you've done your homework from last week, which was to set your goals to achieve between now and Easter, then this week's homework is to start writing, or at least coming up with a plan of action. Again, I encourage you to write it down, as with your goals as well, because then you're going to be more accountable. Like you've got a plan of action, you've written it down, it's going to happen, all being well, but you've got to obviously put the effort in to make it happen. A step further, an even better step, and this is something I do with my training, so that it's in your diary and it's planned in and you're not leaving it to chance, you could do your action plan and actually schedule it into your diary, whether that's a paper diary or on your phone or computer, whatever you use for scheduling appointments, or for a paper calendar. If you write down where you've got to be, you might want to write down when your sessions are going to be, exercise sessions, or when you're going to Slimming World, if that's what you decide to do, or any of those things. You can write down and schedule those appointments in, so that that plan of action is going to actually happen and you're not going to put it off any longer. So let's just have a quick think about what those action points can be. So weight loss, you're going to have to think about burning some more calories, so that would be exercise and activity, and you're going to have to think about food intake. So there's two key things there that I would want you to do. So first of those would be to be exercising sort of 2 to 3 times a week, or some kind of activity 2 to 3 times a week for about 30 minutes. So that can be anything from walking, cycling, swimming, PT sessions, gym sessions, fitness classes, DVDs at home, whatever it is that you want to be able to do, or you are happy doing, will enjoy and have access to, anything that works for you. 30 minutes. Anything is better than nothing. So if you have not got any money, or you're lacking time, walking, running, perfect. Go out and do it. Simple enough. Just got to get those exercise sessions in, really. So you've got to decide what you're going to do, but you're going to do it, aim to do it 2 to 3 times a week over the next few weeks. They're your action points. So you could schedule those exercise sessions in to your diary or your calendar. And then the other point would be to start looking at your food intake. So whether you want to write down your food intake, paper diary, that's always good, because then you're consciously thinking about what you're eating and what you're putting into your body. and even just that alone, just thinking about it, will have an impact. If you want to go a step further, then I recommend an app called MyFitnessPal, which is really good for tracking energy intake as well as your outtake on your output on for exercise and activity as well. And it sets you quite an achievable goal that will help you to lose weight gradually over a certain period of time. So the 2 action points there would be to schedule in some exercise sessions 2 to 3 times a week, and to perhaps download MyFitnessPal or create a paper diary of some sort where you're going to log your food intake. I recommend MyFitnessPal just because it's easy, all the foods are on there, really simple to use, and I've had some clients have really fantastic results, and me personally as well, using that. It's really good for thinking about food and your energy intake as well. So that's if you're wanting to lose weight. They're the 2 things you're going to need to do first of all. So we'll keep it simple. So that's for weight loss. If you're wanting to be able to start running, run your first 5k maybe before Easter or at some point in the spring, then the first thing you're going to need to do is go out and see how long you can run for. So literally no expectations, just go out, put your trainers on, put your kit on, get outside, and just time yourself. Just see how long you can jog. You call it jogging if you like, but just running, see how long, steady pace, how long you can run for, and then you've got a base to build on. Because at the moment you might think that you can't run for 10 seconds down to catch the bus if you needed to, but actually realistically you might be able to run a bit further. So you just need to see where that base is, and then each week you can build on that bit by bit. So schedule in that first run, that's the action plan, and then think about when you can run. And again, sort of 2 to 3 times a week would be good for running. Maybe 2 times if you're brand new to it, 2 to 3 times a week if you're if you've already been doing some sort of exercise, spacing those sessions out as well. Inch loss would be perhaps similar to the exercise and the MyFitnessPal goal action plans that I said before. Same for dropping clothes sizes, obviously very similar. Feeling healthier, happier, more confident, confident about when you look in the mirror. Those sort of goals. It depends how you sort of define that, but again, it's probably going to be weight loss, but the exercise is going to make a big difference with that. That's why I am a personal trainer, because I believe that exercise gives you that confidence, gives you that happiness and that healthy feeling. You feel like you are doing something good for your body, as does eating a healthy meal as well. So it can be that you plan in more time for you to go and exercise, to go out walking, to plan healthier meals, to go and do the food shop and plan out what you're going to buy, healthy things like that. Look for healthier recipes, little food swaps, things that will just help to help you feel better, more fresh food, more natural food, that sort of thing. It's all going to help. So this is where personal training is really good, because I can have a conversation with you about what you actually want to achieve specifically, and I can give you advice tailored to you and your needs. So if you want to get in touch with me and ask me any questions or have a conversation about personal training with me, either online or in Loughborough, then I would love to hear from you. If you feel like you're getting a lot of information from these videos and you're good to go and start yourself, then go do it, because that's the main thing. I just want you to set those goals, come up with that action plan, and be ready to go when I tell you to do that next week. If you want to start early, go do it, but homework for this week is set that action plan so you're ready for the first step and the next step next week. See you then.